What's up, guys? Welcome to another episode of Barbells and Banter. Before we get stuck into it, perfect opportunity to hit the subscribe button. Please support the mission. Lots of good things happening, and we thank you very much for your ongoing support. Talked a bunch of banter, recapped the weekend, training, your standard stuff, answered some of your questions that have been, kind of coming through over the last couple of weeks. Pre-workout nutrition, training frequency for strength training, and bodybuilding. Talked a bit about exercises, gaining muscle. So we also talked about cardio, its effects on training, when you should implement it, and even the type of cardio as well. That's all I've got for you. Hope you enjoy the episode, and let's get to
it. I've been on a fucking journey this morning.
What happened?
A journey. So I left 10 minutes late.
Yep. I gathered that.
Which means that...
With the 10-minute...
Yeah. Traffic is... that 10-minute window makes a big difference, apparently. I don't know if it was just a bad day.
Yeah.
Or if it's because it's Wednesday, not Friday.
How are you getting in Friday?
Train.
Oh, that's smart.
Yeah, I'm V-line from Gizzy.
Way more consistent.
Yeah. V-line as well is a vibe.
Yeah, it's comfy seats, right?
Yeah. The only... That's like, I would like to work on the way in and out.
Yeah.
But then I have to carry my laptop all day. 50-50.
I bought a backpack, a new one, so I don't have to use yours. So there you go. This works for both of us. And it's fucking sick. It's got a laptop pouch in it.
Yeah, I've got one the same.
And it's got I can plug my power bank in it, and then it's got a cord, like a little section for the cord on the side.
Yeah,
it's got all these little,
backpacks are sick now.
Yeah. It even folds out like a suitcase if I take the clips off it.
Yep.
On the sides.
I've got one like that too. I've got one that's like a shell that's like that. So it's got little compartments, kind of like TAM setup.
Yeah, it's very similar to that one.
Yeah. And then I've got another one that you would have seen most recently, that you put your stuff in most recently.
The little triangle one.
Yeah.
It's like a little pouch.
Correct, yeah. And it's got, like 3 different pockets and shit inside it. Mate, you think like travel backpacks are cool, and then you get a nappy bag. And you're like... There's fucking so much organization that happens in this tiny little space.
Yeah.
It's literally like Hermione Granger's just fucking sack. Just like, how is there so much stuff in here?
Yeah.
How does this happen? So maybe you need a nappy bag.
Well, I already bought a bag. Actually, it said it was a lady's backpack. It's so weird.
Oh, really?
Yeah, it was weird as. And then I
didn't assume my gender based on my
When
backpack.
it came, it was just a black bag. And Steph's like, oh, that's really good. And I'm like, oh, it is a lady's backpack.
No, it's ladies because it's fucking organized.
It's definitely not a lady's backpack.
It's not just a fucking zip.
Like, when I saw it on Amazon, I was like, how is this a lady's backpack?
Yeah.
Like, I think it's because... One of the colors was like, that like
rose
gold
or something.
It's like it's kind of like a bone color. It's like an off-white.
Right. Yeah.
Yeah, it actually looks sick.
Like our tops.
Yeah, and I was like, I'll get that dirty.
Yeah.
So I won't do that.
Yeah, that's a good.
So
idea.
Maybe they thought just the one color was.
Who knows?
Yeah, such a strange.
It's just probably to sell it to women.
And I was like, who are you to tell me that I can't have this bag?
Yeah, I'm gonna judge you though.
It's like
nice girl's bag, bro.
You're gonna like the bag though. It's like not being able to train your adductors in the gym.
Yeah. How dare you?
Because it's in the ladies' gym.
How dare
you
assume my needs based on my gender?
All these men getting around with like, a smaller cross-sectional area of their quads than they could have.
Yeah.
How dare they?
Been ripping them off.
Yeah.
Yeah. We have one in my gym. I never use it.
We just got one. Yeah. The only thing is real hard to get out of. Because the gaps, like the adjustment gaps, they're real big.
Get a lot.
So to get the stretch, it's like, when you, when you cut a video, no one ever sees you getting in and out.
Yeah.
Like, man, I should do like outtakes of like everything. Like even sometimes like other setups, I'm like, I have to like pull the cable all the way over to this side, and I'm like, holding on for dear life, and then I'm like trying to lie down and get in position.
Yeah, you should. And we'll probably see it a few other places after that.
Yeah, it's pretty interesting, isn't it?
Love that. Love some copied content.
It's the funniest part is like, didn't like the video.
Yeah, but I'm gonna do it. Hilarious.
And it was like, bro, I posted this last week.
Yeah. Give it some time.
Let it settle.
Yeah.
It's like you're that strapped for content.
Yeah.
That you can't wait a week. You can't wait a couple weeks. Far out, man.
Wild. Yeah, so my drive this morning, I went through like Do you ever, you're going somewhere and there's obviously an accident or something and like Google Maps redirects you, but it redirects you and like 8 other cars.
Oh, really?
And you're like, you know that there's 8 people in front of you that also have just gotten the faster route found.
Oh,
And you're all just like going a way that you would never ever go to get to your destination, but Google said go that way, so everyone's just like, oh, just go this way. It's fucking hilarious. We drove through like the neighborhood of like 50 zones through Carnley trying to get here.
Oh, yeah?
Wild. Yeah.
I
shaved 10 minutes off my trip, made it on time.
Yeah, you're
welcome.
You got to thank Mr. Google for that. Do we call it Dr. Google?
I don't know. Google. Sir
Google. Still doing great things, old Sir Google. Yeah. Every time I've gone against the change in the
Never do
GPS, I always get fucked.
Yeah.
Yeah. Get banged.
It's a bad decision.
Yeah. Yeah. Banged
Nah,
hard.
It'll be right. It's never
I'm just like, oh, it's hard because every now and then I'm like, why the fuck are they taking us this way?
yeah.
It's stupid. I'm like, you should have just gone this way.
Because there's a problem ahead.
Yeah. And then if I don't do it, they bang me.
Yeah.
So, yeah. It's always just follow Sir Google.
So I think Sir is the most appropriate.
Yeah. If they haven't been knighted, they should.
I'm actually more from fear than from appreciation. Really, yeah, bro. Google's terrifying, man.
They're doing good things, though.
They are,
Surely.
but they're fucking terrifying.
Yeah. All right. Sir Google.
Yeah, Sir Google with the most powerful AI on planet Earth.
Yeah. Did you see Apple's thinking about putting the AI into our phone? Is it called Gemini or whatever?
I know.
Yeah. So Sir Apple. Really great company. Makes amazing phones. Yeah, considering...
Interesting.
Imagine that.
So like ChatGPT, but Siri.
Yeah, because Siri's like...
Trash.
She annoys me with her lack of
she's
functionality.
great 10 years ago.
Yeah, so like...
But now ChatGPT exists. It's like,
yeah.
Sort it out.
Kind of... I just don't like the like, here's what I found. It's like, it's not what I asked for.
Yeah, answer my question.
Yeah,
Don't show me Google.
Yeah, I can do that.
Yeah. Could have done that myself.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's like someone asking you the address for a place.
Yeah.
It's like, you want me to type it into Google for you? Yeah.
It's not it. Yeah. Yeah. I think that's going to be sick, though.
I agree. Yeah. You see Apple's like fucked.
What do you mean?
They're losing heaps and heaps and heaps of money.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Is that...
The iPhone sales are like all-time low.
Yep.
Assumingly global inflation.
Yeah.
Whatever.
It's pretty expensive to buy.
And the new ones are expensive.
And I don't reckon you need to replace them as frequently as people do.
Agreed.
Like, you know,
well, the issue is like they're so good now.
Yeah.
And the next one's like not good enough to spend $2,000.
If you had a Pro
10.
lens, like maybe previous 2 models,
Yeah.
there's no need to get,
Agreed.
because the Pro's still pretty good.
Yeah. And if like even like we're content creators, for lack of a better word. It made me feel sick saying that.
I'm an influencer.
You are. You definitely are. If you're not that, it's like you barely fucking notice the difference of shit you're going to look back on. Like memories you're going to look
Steph only noticed the difference between my phone and her phone when we were at the concert. She's like, oh, your phone's way better.
Yeah.
I was like, well, yeah.
Yeah.
It costs like another $1,000 on top of yours.
Fucking better.
Yeah. Yeah.
But yeah, no. So the main thing that happened was, even for our app, so Apple takes a chunk of every payment that goes through the App Store. And basically I don't know who it was, a company pushed back and was like, you can't do that because you're monopolizing the market because there's not enough other options. And you have a monopoly, which is legal in America.
Yeah, of course.
So
what's the only place you can put it, like for iOS?
So they sued them and were like, you can't do this. You have the monopoly. It's not allowed. And they won.
Ooh.
So Spotify last week now have an off-platform sign-up for their platform.
Oh, so they don't get sued?
So no. So Apple don't get a cut.
Oh.
Because Apple's not allowed to enforce it anymore. Whereas they used to not allow off-site payments for your app.
Right.
But now they have to.
So can we sue them?
Sure. I mean, we can. I think we'll not
Maybe
make
we'll have a
much money.
civil. Maybe we'll get a civil case together. Get back our thousands of dollars.
Yeah. Yep. But yeah, that's
Right.
like imagine the Spotify. They're taking a $15 a month clip off. How many Spotify users are there? Be in the tens of millions.
So you pay. So Spotify puts their app on the App Store,
Mhm.
and then we have to pay Spotify, and Google takes a clip of what we pay Spotify.
Apple does not.
Sorry,
Yeah.
Sir Google, how dare you? I say that. So Apple takes a clip off it,
Yeah.
and then now Spotify have gone off the App Store for payments.
Correct.
Does that mean it's cheaper though?
I would say they would charge the same.
Yeah, just
Yeah.
take more money.
Yeah. Is it 30% we lose that? 40?
40.
Yeah.
Jeez.
So our app subscription, we lose 40% of that.
Yeah.
Yeah. And Spotify would have been the same.
So is it changing, or they just got sued once and they're like, we'll just wait for everyone to sue us?
Well, they're probably just like people that push back. They just won't tell anyone, you know what I mean? It's like you can go and do an off-site payment gateway now, but no, they're not going to tell anyone that. It's just like, just do it through us. We'll take care of everything.
Interesting.
Because most like small places are like not going to have the
Well, I guess,
infrastructure
like,
to
Google
go
do
build
that.
their own subscriptions.
Actually, no, they don't. I pay my YouTube through. I wonder if they're going to follow suit.
So you know how the audio book, that whole process with Amazon is fucking ridiculous.
Yeah, it's so that they don't.
That's to avoid that.
Interesting.
It's to avoid 40% of the sales through Google, who own it, I think.
Amazon.
No, they don't own Amazon. Sorry. So Amazon
owns it.
Amazon are like, I'm not letting.
Yeah, well, they're not going to feed
Correct.
Apple or feed
Correct.
the bros.
Yeah.
Yeah, they're competition to the top.
Yeah. So that's why it's actually terrible.
Deliberately.
Yeah.
Mm.
Yeah. Which I've also now found out, which I'm sorry, Amazon, don't come for us. But I don't know if you've ever looked, but
Sir Amazon.
Spotify basically has everything that's on Audible.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
You have to pay extra for the books, right?
So you get 100 hours a month, I think. You get a certain allowance per month. Maybe it's 20.
If you have the premium or
And then you
whatever.
can push it up for more
Right.
audiobook time.
Interesting. I didn't
But
know
it's
that.
still way more efficient than the Amazon system. Like, I got credits sitting in there just because it's
Now-
too annoying to download a
I
book.
bought, I just bought books, and the whole system, I'm just like, bleh.
Yeah.
I don't like the colours.
Yeah.
Sorry. I don't like
The aesthetic.
I don't like the text.
Yeah.
It's just like, the font's not for me.
Yeah,
It's
yeah,
like,
yeah.
I don't like it.
I get it.
Yeah. Where Spotify's a good time.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was
I wonder how much Spotify make. Surely they're killing it.
Steve Rogan's new deal?
Yeah, was it $250?
Yeah, and non-exclusive.
Oh.
So he's back on YouTube.
Oh.
Yeah.
That's good, because I'll probably watch it on YouTube.
So they were talking about how basically he changed pre-Rogan. You went to Apple Podcasts.
Yeah.
And then it was enough. He was enough to basically move that, no, podcasts are on Spotify. So now they're trying to do that with audiobooks. So Spotify will just be
Just taking over.
just the app.
Right.
It's like YouTube. You don't go anywhere else for video content.
Nah. Yeah.
Well, Spotify's trying to do that too.
Yeah, I
guess.
don't think they'll win though. Unless they can get the creators. Because,
I like to tell myself that lots of people watch our one on Spotify.
Yeah.
Because our YouTube numbers aren't amazing. Like, they just watch it on Spotify.
well, maybe. Depends where they live. I guess our audience probably live on Spotify, not YouTube.
Yeah, like watching on your phone's easier.
Yeah.
The only thing I wish is you could somehow have Spotify talk to YouTube. Because sometimes I'll listen to a podcast and then I'll be sitting down and see the same podcast on YouTube. I'm like, I'd like to finish that.
Oh, and you just...
But it's like, where am I? I've got to scrub. It's annoying.
Yeah. Yeah, it's like, have you ever watched different series on different TVs?
What do you mean?
So if you watch like a series from one TV to another, like it doesn't always track, especially with like the Apple TV.
Sometimes. Yeah.
Yeah, so if I watch something on Apple TV and then I go
skip
to,
episodes
and it's
and shit.
Netflix, and I go to Netflix, I'm like, where the fuck am I?
Yeah.
But it says I've watched it,
Yeah.
but it won't automatically take me there.
Preload you there.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's like, I hate that.
Yeah.
So, sorry, Apple TV, but
Apple's getting a Canon today.
well, this Apple TV is not good.
Yeah.
It's not it.
I've never used it.
Yeah, Google Home's Google
Yeah.
TV.
Yeah.
It's just elite.
Yeah. I agree.
Sir Google TV.
Sir Google.
Has you?
The AI flopped though.
Oh, yeah, but that's only because they
botched it.
Yeah, it's their own problem.
Yeah. Be interesting if it's good. Aside from,
I can't remember. I'm losing track with all the fucking names.
yeah, I don't know.
Yeah,
Don't know.
whatever. Something name.
And the ex-Google employee was the Diary of a CEO episode I watched that I was like, okay, the AI is ending the world in like 20 years.
Yeah, 20. That's okay. Well, how old will he be? 56.
Yeah.
I will be.
Some guy was on Rogan last week saying that, I saw a clip during the week that he was saying by 2029 that
2029.
AI will be smarter than us.
Yeah.
So it'll start solving problems we can't solve. Medical issues and all that kind of shit. It'll just be like...
Well, that's kind of cool.
Yeah. Yeah, because we'll be able to run simulations.
Yeah. Do you reckon...
Fucking...
Yeah.
That scares the shit out of me.
You know, it'd be really interesting to know, like, if we just get any more jacked, though.
Yeah, because
like,
you're straight to bodybuilding. Love it.
Just because, I don't actually think it'll change.
There's much more, that we can do.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Because it won't be like, I don't think there's anything groundbreaking
left.
Yeah, and even if you look at, like, so
Bro,
if you look
we've got to record a whole episode about that there's secrets to getting jacked. Don't ruin it.
Well, these are exclusive ones to everything else. If you look at like the last 5 to 10 years, what's really
nothing's really moved.
Yeah, we're just talking about or we're just talking about stuff that we did and we just didn't know why it worked, but it worked.
Now we know it works. Yeah, we have proof.
Yeah, but that's it though. When you think about it, So it's like, what is AI going to give you? That's any more than that?
It'll probably give you. It'll just get to the point where it's just like you can't do it.
You can't do bodybuilding.
No. Like
it's like what?
You can't.
So
execute.
My life is over at 2029.
The detail that it would be able to produce, you can't execute.
Yeah, you know what actually would be cool is, let's say there was a way to be able to show the AI your genetic, kind of blueprint.
Makeup,
and then
submit your DNA.
Yeah, and then it's like, this is the best way for you to train.
Yeah.
Or they say, you should probably pick another hobby.
Yeah, go to do boxing, bro.
Stick to golf.
Yeah, those long arms. Yeah.
How cool would it be if you could do that and it tells you what you're good at? Or it's like, these are all the sports.
Yeah.
These are all of the pursuits that you could do. It
just becomes the Chinese government.
Well, yeah. But it gives us the choice, not it doesn't tell you what to do.
Here's 3 things.
Yeah. Yeah, imagine that.
Yeah.
So you could like maybe just take a little follicle of LJ's hair.
Yeah.
And then do a little muscle biopsy. I know it'd hurt. It's probably considered, child abuse.
But
right. Yeah, child abuse depending on who you are. So muscle biopsy and a bit of hair.
Yeah.
And then you send it off and they're like, this kid needs to do this, or this.
Yeah.
And then you're like, sweet.
Yeah. Mate, he's gone to the NBA. He's going to be 6'4".
I hope so. So that is a giant of a human.
Bro, so this calculator, right? Wild. So the general thing is like, one of the predictors is double their height at 2 years old. Another one is take an average of their parents, and then for a male add 4 inches or 2 inches, and then for a female reduce by the same amount. So that puts him 5'10". So Marcus 5.
So he'll be tall enough.
I'm happy with 5'10".
He's
That's
bigger
right.
than you.
Exactly.
He's taller than you.
That's fine.
It's tall to me.
You means the same thing. But there's this predictor that like you can put in month by month what their height is, and it predicts what they're going to be.
Yeah.
So I was like, whatever.
Mm.
And then I was at Amy's parents' place, and Amy's mum had both her and her brother's birth books.
Yeah.
So I went through every single entry in their birth books. Amy's was perfect, every single entry.
Yeah.
To what she actually
is now
grew to be.
Yeah.
And then her brother was born fucking like, I guess 10 pound or something. Monster.
Wow.
Monster.
Jeez.
So his was out for the first month, and then after that was perfect all the way through.
Right.
So it says in the thing it's 95% accurate to 3 inches, and it's 85% accurate to 2.
Yeah. So at the very worst,
like
6 foot.
Yeah. I don't know how. There's height.
Still make it in the NBA.
There's height on Amy's dad's side, but
marginally.
Fucking hell.
If he's 6 foot, The odds are
He'll
just with
be-
him.
You have to work real hard.
He'll make the NBL.
Yeah. Be real good at free throws.
Yeah. We
Yeah.
can make the NBL.
Ouch.
Yeah.
But yeah, that'd be crazy. He just rest his.
He's a monster.
Do you have any mates that high?
Yeah.
I have one friend that's that tall, and to bro hug him is like
Yeah.
the most emasculating feeling.
Yeah. Well, Matt's 6'4" and he's 130 kilos. So I stand next to him, just like, he's like, let's get a photo, coach. I'm like, sweet.
Can I stand on a box?
Can you try and get skinnier and smaller?
Yeah.
And then can I try and get bigger?
Yeah. You take 3 steps back.
Yeah.
I'll take 2 steps forwards.
Take
and
the
then
shot
we'll take
from the
photo.
hip up. And I'm like on a box or something.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's massive.
Yeah, I have to stand on my tippy toes to hug my mate. It's like, this is not it.
Yeah, fuck that.
Imagine doing that to your own son.
Yes.
I'm just going to hug your chest.
Yeah. Yeah, not it.
Oh, well.
All right, quick break in the episode, guys. Just wanted to talk about coaching. So we at STCfit are committed to taking your body composition, training, performance, your health and well-being all to the next level. Our experienced team of coaches are ready to help you get the most out of yourself. You don't just have to be a powerlifter or a bodybuilder or an athlete. You just need to be somebody who knows that you have a lot of potential and want to reach it. And you can join the team by heading to the website, submitting a coaching inquiry form, and one of our coaches will get in touch with you. All right, let's get back to the episode. How's your training going?
Good. Slow this week.
I've only seen a couple of posts.
Yeah, this week I have only been once.
Ooh.
But I'm going to have to go tonight. And then I've got to decide if I'm going to go before the F1.
Ooh.
But comp starts late, so I'll be able to train over the weekend, so that's fine.
Yeah.
I'll still get my 4 in.
Still make it up?
4 is still doing it. So last week on the podcast, I was sad that I hadn't hit the 86s yet.
Oh, yeah, I was about to ask your body weight. You in?
86.4.
Oh, yeah?
86.4.
Are we going down?
Yeah.
Okay.
I reckon 85 is
Yeah.
good.
Interesting.
Yeah.
I'm allergic to losing weight.
Look, it's hurting my feelings a lot.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I've jumped on the scale every day for 2 weeks. And I'm just 99.
Just staying there.
So, my body's just it's like my subconscious is don't let this man lose weight.
Yeah. Not allowing it.
Yeah.
It's hot cross buns just creeping into your...
No, I haven't had a hot cross bun since we went to...
it's just while you sleep. They're just creeping in. It's like, get him. Don't let him lose too much weight.
I've been eating really well, but of course. I've been eating really well during the week, but we just had stuff on the weekend. Yeah. We went to... So we did Steph's...
How was the recovery?
So we did Steph's birthday 2.0.
Yeah.
Yeah. I'm pretty sure we spoke about it on the podcast.
Yeah.
Yeah, because I forget. So we went to... She went shopping with her mum, which was mad because I got to go to the gym.
Mm-hmm.
And then I come home and just, she had a great day. So I was like, yes.
Win for Jason.
Yeah. It was hilarious. She's like, I had such a good day. She's just got all these bags just walking in. So much.
It's a strongman competition.
So much shit. Yeah. She even bought me a t-shirt and she finally got me extra large.
Hey.
You know how many times I told her though? She's like, I'm going to get you, because I don't have any fitted t-shirts. And she's like, you need one for when we go out.
Yep.
Because I can't wear these.
Yeah.
And I was like, so XL. I'm like, say it back to me. XL.
Yeah.
So yeah, she bought me that. I was pretty proud of her.
And it fits all right?
Look, I don't really love it, if I'm being super honest. I just put a really brave face on for her.
Yeah.
I put it on and I was like, it's too tight. I don't like it.
Yeah, you don't like how it feels though. It looks okay.
I don't know. I'm not going to sit here and be like,
Nah, it look good.
Yeah, it's like, oh yeah, I look sick, bro.
Props, bro. You work hard for it. You're allowed.
Nah, I don't like how it's cut across because it's made for, she always buys them from
skinny people shops.
Seed and Country Road.
Yeah.
So I'm like, this doesn't fit here, and she's like, it's not that big of a deal. I'm like, it's a big deal to me.
Yeah.
Yeah. And I'm like, I'm not the dude that shops at Seed.
Yeah.
He plays footy or used to.
Yeah.
And he goes for runs in the morning.
Yeah. I have one of the standard Country Road jumpers.
Yeah.
And comes to my wrist because my shoulders are too wide.
Yeah, because the cut. Yeah, that's it.
Yeah.
It's the seam on the shoulder.
Yeah.
So yeah, apparently there's a t-shirt. They're gonna fucking what are they called? Attack us on marketing through their phone.
Basketball jerseys,
Called
basketball
True-
jerseys,
True-
basketball jerseys.
True Classic Tees, apparently.
Yeah.
Yeah, so I haven't got one yet, but I'm liking what I've seen in the media. And the
Affordable.
marketing.
That was a weird sound.
Yeah.
My glass on the microphone.
So they got good fits.
Yeah.
So I'm going to give that a go. But anyway, so good
I
day.
get ads from them all the time.
Right.
Yeah.
Maybe you're in their demographic because you're huge.
Dad life.
Oh,
Maybe. I don't know.
yeah.
I feel like true classic shirts are like step ones of t-shirts.
Okay.
It's like once you have them,
You'll never go back.
it's just like I paid $40 for this shirt that fits. And
So
it's
Uniqlo,
comfortable.
I just have to buy all the Uniqlo stuff. But
Yeah.
now Steph's like, oh, these shorts are really good. I'm like, they're shit. They won't last long.
They're not the Uniqlo.
Yeah, I'm like, there's no point getting anything but Uniqlo. I'm just in the web. She got me a pair of cargo pants, and I was like, this isn't going to work out.
Yeah. That would be pretty big.
I went 34
Yeah.
to get, because the
Yeah.
waist is not big. And, have you ever worn a pair of pants where, like, because they're so tight around the glutes and the quads that you just have, like, a flat,
Yeah.
like, across your crotch?
Yeah.
Like, it looks like a cutting board.
Yeah.
So I come out and I'm just like, this is not fucking happening, bro. This is not happening. So, yeah. And then, anyway, so, yeah, that was good. We went to the winery.
Yep.
Amazing.
Good.
Mate, so good.
Awesome.
Yeah.
I didn't see any pictures of food. Must have had a really good time.
I did. I put some on my...
Did you?
Yeah.
Maybe
Just
you're out of
don't-
my algorithm.
I'm sick of seeing this dude. I got the so I had a porchetta. So it's a
I
Italian.
don't know what that is, sorry.
You don't know what porchetta is, bro? So porchetta is a roll of pork with pancetta in it.
Oh.
Yeah, and it's got like a filling. So they
Yeah,
roll it
yeah.
up.
Yep.
And then it's got like they must use like pork belly or something.
Right.
Or something along those lines because it's got skin. I don't make it. I just eat it.
Yeah.
And they roll it up, and then they bake it, and then
Yeah.
they cut it into medallions.
Oof.
And I'll tell you what, the fucking portions were substantial.
You're good.
Yeah, like
You like that. when you pay a
I
fortune.
was getting a piece of
Yeah.
porchetta like this,
Yeah.
So yeah, the food was good. It was one of those like it was a not set menu. It was like you had to pick 2 courses minimum.
Yeah.
But it was good because we could pick like different courses, and then you can make your own. So you both get a main, but you can pick a dessert and a
You just
entree.
share entree dessert.
Yeah, man.
Love it.
We didn't do that, but
Have everything.
I just had.
It's birthday time.
We weren't really kind
Your
of
wife's
feeling the
birthday
sweets.
calories don't count.
Well, that's it, and that's why I feel like I haven't lost any weight.
Yeah.
Because I've been eating really good during the week. Because Annie and I cooked up a bunch of food,
Yeah.
so my freezer's stocked, bro.
Yeah.
So I
It
only
could have
need-
been all the sauce that Annie was putting on everything.
Well, I have thought about that. I have thought about
We love you,
the
Annie.
fact that the sizes of the food.
But like, how much hoisin can you have in a week and not gain weight?
You should see the size of one of these meals. Like, it is dense, bro. Like, you pick it up in the container. I'm like, there's a lot of food in
Yeah.
here. But it tastes delicious.
Good.
Yeah, but my freezer's stocked. Like, because I only need one meal. Because, like, I could make 3.
Yeah.
Because I have the Weet Bix in the morning, cream of rice, then that meal, and then dinner.
Yeah.
And then I have pat pop at night.
Yeah.
So, we made 3 dishes.
Mm-hmm.
So now I'm just like, I was like, why haven't I done this in the past?
Yeah. Just bulked it.
Just, yeah, make 4 things, 3, sorry, and make like whatever it is that you would make. However many. And then you just take it out of the freezer.
Yeah.
Because all I do is take it out the night before, and by the time I go to
I
eat
wonder
it.
how much, like, cooking that way versus a core meal.
Oh, it's way cheaper.
I wonder how much the price would differ.
I reckon it'd be way cheaper unless you get the core meals on special.
Yeah, but even then, there's $7. Then $2 difference.
$2 a lot. Like,
Yeah.
That's $2 per meal.
That's true.
But the only thing is, like, you're not getting as much protein. Because, like, these meals, like, there's 200 grams of
Yeah.
meat in there. So
Agreed.
that's,
So they're probably similar price, but
minimum 50.
better macros.
Yeah, minimum 50 grams protein
Yeah.
in every meal. Because there's, I think 200 grams of meat, maybe 250.
Yeah.
There's a lot of meat in there.
Yeah.
It's good. Yeah. The spaghetti is actually hectic.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What is it, like a spaghetti bolognese or something?
Yeah, but bolognese. But it's got, like, carrot and celery in it.
Ooh,
Yeah.
don't know about celery.
Look, it's cooked in that much that you don't actually ever taste it.
As long as like it doesn't crunch.
Yeah, we didn't put a lot in there either because like you cut up this whole stalk and I'm like, that's too much celery for me. It's like that needs to go in the bin.
If celery were to crunch in my spaghetti bolognese, I'd have a problem.
You have to cook all the veggies down. Like you have to cook the whole thing down.
Yeah.
You know? Like down.
Yeah.
Yeah, but it's good. Tastes great. And I'm not one for like, you know, like people complain when it's frozen you cook it. I'm like, it's nothing a bit of Frank's Red Hot won't fix, you know?
Exactly. If it's no good, add more sauce.
Absolutely. Yeah. Sorry, you got to mention.
About the sauce.
Yeah, I talked about it all the time. Like, you should see Ben's sauce. I'm just laughing at you.
The best.
So when it hits YouTube, watch it because it's just ragging on your song bowl.
I have a problem at the moment where I kept the box from the Hot Ones challenge that we did. And I'm down to
the bomb.
I'm down to 4 bottles.
The last 4, yeah.
Yeah.
That's not.
So it's called Dingo something. It's like, so I have 250 grams of crumb chicken, 50 grams of uncooked rice, and a whole cup of frozen veg.
Yeah.
In my big, like, Asian bowl.
Mm-hmm.
I reckon I put 8 drops in there, and then I sweat.
8 drops?
Yeah.
Yeah. Is it enjoyable, though? I hate it when it's hot and you can't enjoy it.
If you go to 10 drops, it's a problem.
Yeah.
Or if it drops onto a piece of chicken and absorbs into the chicken.
Yeah.
And doesn't stir through.
You're done.
It's a problem.
Yeah.
Yeah.
From memory, that bomb sauce tasted shit.
Yeah, I won't put that on anything.
Yeah. So that one's not off the menu.
No,
you know, because it's not even nice as in the flavour of it. So the other ones are okay?
Yeah. The Dingo one's really nice. But it's just fucking...
Yep. They change the last sauce all the time, right? Or is it... No, not the last one.
Last one, I think it's theirs.
Yeah, it's called the Last Dab.
Yeah.
I meant... Yeah, sorry. I mean, some of the other ones they change, yeah?
Last Dab and the Bomb, I think, are like...
iconic.
Yeah, they're the staples.
Yeah.
Because the Bomb's the one that wrecks everyone.
Leans into the culture of the show, right?
Correct.
The Bomb... People think they're going to make it, then the Bomb fucks them up.
Yeah.
And then the Last Dab is like, you got to finish this off.
Yeah.
Extra hot.
Yeah.
Yeah. I reckon we should do that again.
Yeah. I'll eat this time.
Again. Yeah. I reckon we could do it, and I reckon we could do it with, like, I know it's hard to do with chicken wings, but we could do it with chicken wings.
So have you tried the Fro Pro chicken yet?
Yeah.
Like it? Pretty dry, hey?
Yeah, thank you.
Yeah.
I didn't know where we were going with it. I didn't want to be the person to say, that's not that great.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, Annie said that she thought she overcooked it, but she didn't.
Nah.
The coating's dry. It's not even the chicken. The coating's like powdery.
Yeah, I don't know about cooking chicken from frozen to, like, and you're ever going to get it.
Yeah.
Kind of nice. I don't know.
I think it is a very good backup. Lives in the freezer. Fuck, we got no food. Yeah. Oh, we'll just make those.
I made it. I made like a... I don't know what the fucking name would be from KFC, but basically something that looks like it was from there.
Yeah.
And because I had so much like calorie stacked stuff because it was in a, like I wasn't watching my calories.
Yeah.
It tasted good because it was just like chipotle mayo just maced.
Yeah.
Fuck, I'm addicted to that shit.
Yeah. So I tried to do like a tenders meal.
Yeah.
So I just did them and chips.
Yeah.
And it was okay.
Sad.
Yeah, a little bit. It was like...
Yeah. Sad meals
just
aren't
reminded me that I live 25 minutes from all KFCs in every direction, and there's no possible way of getting fresh KFC to my house. And I refuse to dine in a KFC or eat it in my car.
Yeah, no, fuck that.
That's taking... Like, KFC is already sad food.
Yeah.
That's taking sad food to another level that I'm not willing to cross that bridge.
Yeah.
Don't have it in me.
I ate dinner in the car on Wednesday.
Did you? What'd you have, though?
We had Oporto.
It's less sad.
Yeah. Well, it was like...
What were the circumstances?
Well, we had to take Claire to the vet.
Yep.
And there was no one in the vet. And I already knew what she had.
Right.
But we got a new vet. And she, like, you know...
Got to dot I's, cross T's.
Yeah. She took a little bit too long, though. Yeah. And, like, because Claire was not having it.
Yeah.
Basically.
She doesn't enjoy the vet.
As soon as I go... Yeah, she's like, fuck this joint. She, like, hides under the chair.
Yeah.
She's like, every time I come here, they stick shit in my fucking ears and my ass. You know?
Yeah.
Yeah. So it took a little longer. They put a muzzle on her and shit. It's hilarious. Yeah. No one's ever done that before.
Interesting.
Yeah, and then I remember one moment I said to Steph, I'm like, oh, she's not happy. And the vet shit herself. She's like, what do you mean? I said, she's not happy. I'm like, she's not going to eat you. I'm like, she's just upset.
Yeah.
I could just tell.
Yeah,
like,
she's sad.
Yeah. So, yeah, we got out of there like 8 o'clock, dude. And I was like, I mean, like, we're not cooking dinner.
Yeah.
Because normally we cook dinner. Mm-hmm. So I was like, fuck it. The only thing I will eat is Oporto fast food.
Yeah, I'm a fan.
Yeah. There's one in, like, where we used to live, and it has a drive-through. So I was like, we don't even have to get out of the car because we got the dog. Like,
yeah.
So anyway, so I couldn't wait till I got home. I was still hungry. So I ate it on the way.
Oh, that's not sad.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah.
Sitting in the car park's probably a bit sadder.
Being at your house
Yeah.
and going, I want KFC so bad.
So you drive there
But
and
I'm going to drive to KFC
and eat it in the car park.
eat it in the car park.
Yeah. You know heaps of people film
do that.
videos like that?
Yeah.
Like of...
Yeah, it's a very American thing.
Yeah, we checked out this joint and...
Yeah.
Yeah, watch this dude try and eat.
In the States, they like give you car trays and shit.
Yeah.
Yeah. Will you be eating that in your car today, sir? It's like a real thing.
Would you also be dining sad today?
Yeah. So then the next night, because I bought 2 boxes,
Yeah.
I forgot to go get chicken. So I was like, okay, we still have some tenders left. So I made a mistake and I forgot that it was 2 serves a pack.
Yeah.
So I cooked them all. It was all right. I had 80 grams of protein for dinner.
I was going to say, sure, you're eating that.
Yeah. And I had it with rice and vegetables. And it was like not as good as fresh crumb chicken in the air fryer, but it wasn't terrible.
Yeah. So I just think it's like all diet food. It's like there's compromise.
Yeah, and I think it's the same as their pizzas. It's like if you have some of their pizzas, maybe some of their chicken just hanging out in the freezer.
Yeah.
You get to a night like that, 10 minutes in the air fryer for either of them.
Yeah,
you can cook your rice in that time.
Yeah.
I think it's it's better than jumping on Uber Eats.
Yeah.
But don't expect a flavor party.
You know what Steph stumbled upon on TikTok actually has decent macros. So there's these pork goizers, and they're in the fresh section. So they're with like the fresh pasta and shit, just in the Asian section. So there's this specific brand that's pork, and the whole packet, which is what 3, 6, 9, 12, maybe. Anyway, so the whole packet is 400 calories, and it's 30 grams protein.
Oof.
Dude, it has like no fat in it.
You steam them.
So so you fry so you put a bit of spray oil on. Yeah. And then you fry the bottom until they're like kind of crispy. Yeah. And then you put a cup of water in.
Boil them.
And then you put the lid on. And then you wait till the water disappears.
Yep.
Mate, it takes like 7 minutes. And then I just mace them in soy sauce.
I'm about that. Yeah.
Yeah, it's $9 for a thing. So it's kind of
Are they herby?
Look, I can eat them. And I have PTSD eating goizers because I got violent.
Gilza.
Oh, whatever. Violent.
Yeah, but do they have the herby? Sometimes they have like...
Most of them do.
Very strong herb flavors.
They're
Honestly?
not strong. They're like if you go to like a...
You've met my wife, damn. Doesn't have to be strong.
You might have to taste test it.
Yeah.
I'll eat them anyway. But
they're good.
They're very... Yeah, they vary.
Okay.
The herbiness. I don't know. But most of them pretty palatable.
It's got meat in it.
Yeah.
Yeah. You know when something like just has the macros, you don't care what it tastes like?
Yeah.
It's kind of one of those things for me.
All right. I'll try it and then I'll see. Cause
I can't tell you they're nice because you're you.
Amy really likes them.
Yeah.
But only if they have like no herb. Because sometimes I put chives and shit in and it fucks it up.
There's some herb in there, but for me, that's not overbearing.
Wasn't strong enough. Yeah. I'll try them. We'll see.
Yeah, but you can only get them at Woolies as well.
Don't have Woolies.
Really?
Sunbury.
Yeah. It's unfortunate for you.
Yeah.
Oh, well, I'll let you know what they taste like. Again, tomorrow when I eat
I'll get some today when I get Amy's sushi to take back to Gisborne for her.
What about banh mi's, Tam? You like banh mi's?
We got Vietnamese.
Do they do banh mi?
There's a banh mi shop and there's a Vietnamese restaurant.
Oh.
Yeah.
Okay.
But no Vietnamese people in Gisborne anywhere ever.
Yeah, but I feel like a banh mi's now like
white people
food. It's one of those pork rolls, please, mate. Yeah, extra crackle.
Yeah, pork roll. That's the one.
Yeah. All right.
Can I go first?
You can. Question time.
So this is from the 2nd of February, and I posted a picture of me and LJ.
Is it a statement?
Questions from the... No, it's from somebody.
Okay.
It might be a statement. Would love to hear about pre-workout nutrition, especially in the morning. I've always been stuck on whether to get my protein in or if it's all right to wait until after the session. I feel better training on just carbs in the morning, but it's detrimental to muscle mass. Also, would exercise counteract the effects of spiking your blood sugar in the morning with a carby sugary breakfast? Yeah.
Okay.
So
we'll start with the first question.
Do I need to eat protein first thing in the morning? If I'm going to train?
If your goal is to maximize your muscle building potential, yes.
So I agree.
Yeah.
And my solution would be, because I do this sometimes if I train early, is the Muscle Nation protein water actually tastes very good.
Yep.
I would consume that.
Yeah.
Pre and into the first half of your workout. Also has electrolytes in it, which is
Yeah.
favorable for a workout. So I would have like your carb source.
Yep.
And then if you don't want to eat protein and you don't want a milky shake before you train, try that.
Yeah. The other thing to consider is if you can't, then like having some carbs is like the next best thing. But you just have to make sure you have the protein after.
Yeah. Yeah, carbohydrates are still muscle sparing at least.
And they'd still help you get a good workout in.
Yeah.
But you would just have to have a protein meal post-session that maybe is the best for you. Because like the other thing to consider is if you have the protein before you train and it makes you feel shit and then you train shit.
Correct.
So you kind of like,
yeah.
It's like what compromise are you making that's best for your situation? But yeah, I think it's best to have optimal circumstances. Like best practice would be carbs and protein before you train.
Yep.
And then that same meal some point, 3-4 hours later. But I still like the idea of doing protein at least post-training too.
Agreed.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Just
I'm a big like protein shake in the cereal guy.
yeah, it's a very easy way of doing it.
But like I know not everyone will feel good on a protein shake. I can train after a protein shake and I feel there's no problem with that.
Yeah, I think investigating why you don't feel good having whatever protein source you're having before you train is probably worth doing. So
I couldn't train on eggs, for example.
Yeah, that's
feel
it.
Horrible.
And some people like whey's not like certain brands of whey are better than others, and because it's like whatever's in there as well, and what they've added to make the flavor nice, and there's probably like sugar alcohols and things that people can't have, and then there's ones that people can have that or they've used other flavors like Natvia and whatever. And
had a sad moment during the week.
Why?
Off topic to the question.
Cool.
So
continue.
We'll come back, Sandra, I promise.
Mild trauma dump.
Yes. We had this theory that like Amy was eating too much dairy, which was upsetting LJ's digestion.
I've heard that, yeah.
Turns out it's not a thing.
Okay.
But at the time, we'll just try and pull it back a little bit. And how I was like, too much whey, too much dairy overall.
Oh, yeah, because we're having that conversation.
Just had that in my fucking head.
2 scoops every time.
So we had this big box of oat milk at home anyway.
Yeah.
So I was like, we'll just switch to that for like making smoothies every day and shit. I'll probably have it in my cereal or whatever, just to kind of pull the dairy back a little bit. So Amy subscribes to doTERRA, which is like an essential oils multi-level marketing company. She doesn't do the multi-level marketing thing. She just gets the products.
She's the consumer. Yeah, that's fine.
Right.
No judgment.
Yeah. Don't come at me. But they sent her a free bag of protein.
Right.
And it's like, it's a multi-level marketing protein.
Yeah, it's shit.
So it's like, feed with added collagen and all like added vitamins and blah, blah,
With
blah, blah.
added amino acids to spike the level of protein to an adequate amount.
So I actually read through it and I was like, okay, I'm going to give it to you. Like what's actually in it is fine.
Yeah.
It's fine.
It's okay.
I'm okay with it. But it's like fucking crazy expensive. It was like nearly twice what bulk nutrients is.
Yeah, but that's because it's diet food.
Well, yes, and it's because it's like multi-level marketing. It's like, why
so
would you buy it at the supermarket, Jason, when you could support me?
Yeah, and
so
but like to the general population, they think protein's expensive.
Yeah. Oh, and then like you put collagen on the front.
It's like $35 a bag or whatever.
Expensive. Yeah. So I had that with oat milk because we had no milk left. I know grown-ups have water, whatever. Fuck off.
Real men have water, so.
So I made my shake. I sat down. I was like, this isn't going to be enjoyable, but I just need to have the protein, and I didn't want to have vanilla, and I had to open a new bag of chocolate, whatever.
Yeah.
It was fucking delicious, bro.
Yeah.
It was so good.
They've probably gone out of their way to make it taste real good, yeah.
The oat milk was sweet.
Yeah.
The protein powder was like super, like mixed really, really well. The consistency was great. The flavor was great. I was like, oh no. I hate myself here. Because I just wanted to hate everything about it. Because I didn't want to be the guy that has oat milk. I didn't want to be the collagen protein guy. But I was like, man, this is fucking delicious.
Yeah.
I'll never buy it again.
You wearing Lululemon at the time? Like, that's just the picture I've got.
Probably not. I'd probably LSKD though.
Yeah,
I feel like that's close now.
It just screams like...
It does.
Like...
I hate myself.
Naive person who knows nothing about training.
Yeah.
Tries to get big.
Yeah. I hate myself for it. I really did in the moment. I looked at Amy and I was like, oh no. She's like, what? I'm like, this is delicious. She's staring at me like, okay, what's the problem?
Even like probably the way the packaging and stuff was just not kind of for a person like you.
Nah.
Yeah. Well, maybe to whoever asked the question, maybe have that protein.
Yeah. Get yourself some doTERRA collagen based.
Yeah, just overpay to get and have it with oat milk.
Yeah. You'll feel bad about yourself, but it tastes really good.
There's someone coming to your house asking for a protein shake. Oh, but can I have that with oat milk?
Yeah.
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 Yeah, it's like, no. I would say no, leave my house.
Yeah, even I can't remember where we were, but I offered like someone a coffee and they were like, oh, so I'll have it this way with almond milk with this. And I was just like,
fuck off.
So what? You mean you'll have milk, like real milk?
Yeah. You want milk or you don't want milk? Because I'm offended you want milk.
Yeah. It's just not in... Yeah. I mean, I get it. Like, it might be nice.
So I made...
Because we missed that generation, right? Because we had normal milk all the time.
Correct.
So we never got to the... Like, everyone's lactose intolerant phase. and then probably once it was too late, we like milk so much we're willing to shit ourselves to have...
I'll just take the hit, bro. I'm willing to take the hit.
Fucking hell.
Yeah, still willing to take the hit.
I swear, like...
Then drink, like, nut juice.
I'm pretty lucky. Like, I don't have it. Like, I can drink milk and be fine. Or any dairy.
Yeah.
But yeah, like, I've just... Like, my father-in-law, fucking hell, bro. Like, it just is so stubborn. It's just like, I'm going to have a milkshake. I'm like... Do you think that's a good idea? And then he's like, and then he'll complain about like how big they are, like they're too small or whatever. Yeah. And he's like, and I'm like, well, just get two. Like if you're not happy with how big they are, buy another one.
Yeah.
And then all of a sudden he'll just be like, I'm gonna go to the toilet. And like, it's just like desperation in his eyes. Like,
send help.
Why would you do that to yourself? Why would you do that? Yeah, it's hilarious. Yeah, so just got no sympathy for those people.
Yeah, yeah. Amy gets it with like cooked cheese.
Right.
And I'm the same. I'm like,
so like a toasty.
Mark, it's some, I don't know. We haven't actually identified exactly what it is.
Right.
But we definitely...
Because we don't want to, because cheese is great.
We definitely know that like a proper oven-baked pizza is going to be a problem.
Yeah. Yeah.
And it's
an at-home event.
Do you have lactase in your bag? And if the answer is no, it's like, do not order that. It's going to be a real problem for everybody involved. Do you want to unpack the blood sugar stuff?
That was a loaded question. Yeah. What was the second part of it?
Would exercise counteract the effects of spiking your blood sugar in the morning with a carby sugary breakfast? So assuming that like having high carb sugar in the morning is bad for you, blood sugar high, bad. Would exercise blunt that?
I don't think it's a problem either way.
I agree.
To be honest, like yeah.
I think the only negative impact of having a high carbohydrate, high sugar breakfast is when that blood sugar comes down.
Yeah.
Your ability to behave like an adult and make good choices for your next meal.
If anything, that has
challenged.
If anything, it's probably more advantageous to have before you train.
Agreed.
Yeah. Because you're going to utilize the carbohydrates and they're going to be able to digest much faster. So that's going to be better. You wouldn't want to maybe gravitate towards those food types, throughout the day, especially if you have to go sustained periods without food. Yeah. Because you're going to get this like, peak and trough type of deal. So
the issue with the high sugar breakfast isn't the high sugar breakfast, it's the behaviors that follow.
Yeah.
because it's like
Because it digests quickly, which
Then
is
I-
good when you train.
and then you get super hungry at 10 o'clock.
Yeah.
And you don't. It's not like I'm gonna get my fucking chicken and vegetables. It's
Yeah.
I'm gonna grab a cookie or I'm gonna
Yeah.
whatever.
The other thing to consider, well, if you're just having the carbs, you'll get, it'll, like the sugar, the insulin release will be high.
Yeah.
But then if you mix it with other foods, it'll gradually, it'll become
chill.
lower. Yeah.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
Yeah. But the blood sugar is not going to impact your body composition
No.
negatively.
Nah.
Net calories, macros.
Yeah, your deficit over the day is more important. Yeah. 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 People look at that because I think like the old insulin model, I haven't visited it ages. So if I butcher this, whatever. It's wrong anyway. So
If I just make it more wronger.
yeah. So people, because as insulin goes, like insulin releases, the fat burning potential drops. So then people were like, well, insulin's the reason why, we're fat and we have insulin resistance, blah, blah, blah.
Yeah.
But it makes more sense that like if you eat food and then insulin goes up to, kind of digest the food, or it's part of the process of like, digesting the food.
Yeah.
That you would lower your fat burning potential because you have food to
Energy availability.
yeah, and then once that's kind of come and gone, then your body would go back to
You're still going to sleep for 9 hours.
yeah, and it's a ratio, right? It's not like they turn off; it's just down and
Yeah.
then like
The best fat burning zones when you're asleep, ironically.
yeah, it's the best muscle building zone too.
Us.
That's it. Any other loaded questions, statements?
That's the only one I have.
Yeah, I got a lot of meathead questions.
We don't have a timer, Tam. Where are we at?
50 in.
Awesome.
Right.
One question in 50 minutes. We're doing well.
Quick break in the episode, guys. If you're looking for more information on how you can look, feel, and perform better, head over to our website. Take advantage of all of the content that we have there, even the YouTube channels, plenty of videos and stuff on there. Also, rotating free resources that you guys can access completely free. Okay, let's get back to the episode. You can answer this as a movement pattern thing, and then I can answer this as a muscle.
Movement centric versus muscle.
Yeah, so how often should I train? You can have squat, bench, deadlift each week, and then it says how often should I train each muscle group.
Okay.
Yeah.
So when I wrote our strength programming module, I went days and days and days down rabbit holes around frequency.
Yep.
And there is basically no data on any of it.
Yeah. Not surprised at all.
So anything that anyone says, at least in a strength centric, I don't know if it's different from muscle centric, is probably their own personal bias. Maybe they've heard it from someone else, or it's just what works for them.
Yeah.
So we've had bants on the podcast about like bro versus like more higher frequency. I lean into high frequency for most of my girls. It seems to work really well.
Yeah.
My argument is the concept that if you did 2 leg squat exercises on Monday and 2 of them on Thursday, your total tonnage would be higher than if you did 4 on Monday.
Yep.
So that's what I measure from a strength outputs. That's my gold star.
Would you say the stronger someone gets, the less frequent they would train?
No, they would train the movement patterns just as frequently, but they would introduce more load limiting factors.
Okay, let me rephrase that question. Would you say that the prime pursuit of strength, the frequency would lower, and you would use other strategies to... So, I'm not doing a heavy deadlift. If I'm super strong, sometimes you wouldn't do that even once a week.
Yes. Yeah.
Yeah,
So
what I mean? Sorry.
the frequency of high intensity work, but not the movement.
Correct.
So you would probably... A beginner can probably deadlift twice a week.
Yeah.
Because it's advantageous to learning the skill, play the guitar more. But once you reached novice stage, even, not even intermediate, that second one's probably going to an RDL.
Yeah. Yeah, so that...
And
I
then
get it.
as you progress, it's like,
Yeah. And then super strong people probably still hinge.
Yeah. They're just using
They're just
load
not
limiting
deadlifting.
strategies. Yeah.
It's not deadlifting.
Yeah, so even then, those super strong people, it's like your deadlift's not heavy every week.
Yeah.
It's your deadlift's heavy every third week, and your accessory kind of is still load limited.
It's still feeding there, yeah.
Yeah, so the model we use in the programming design is based on how fatiguing a movement pattern is.
Yeah.
So squat and back exercises seem to be pretty similar because you've got an actual loading component, and you've got, for back, you've added a grip component where you take away load.
Yeah.
So you squat heavier and you have actual loading. A lot of back work has actual loading or grip.
Yeah.
So they kind of both tax the nervous system from a recovery standpoint. So they're kind of similar.
Yep.
So I like those around twice a week.
Yep.
Heavy hinging once, maybe twice.
Yeah.
But the second one's definitely load limited. So coming into comp, I'm happy for my guys to squat heavy twice a week.
Yeah.
But they never deadlift twice.
Yeah.
Heavy.
Yeah, that's fair.
Yeah. And then bench press seems to be 3 times a week. High skill demand, low load, no actual loading, external stability.
Yeah. Short
So
range
the
of motion.
Fatigue element is much lower
Yeah.
of that exercise than anything else. Obviously loading structure a little bit more as well, so it's not as taxing. So yeah, I like one of the girls that I just had compete. I think she was only benching heavy once a week with one accessory, and we went to benching twice with another day of accessories, so 3 times a week. So I think she put like 7 kilos on her bench in 8 weeks.
Yeah, well.
Yeah, it loves frequency.
Yeah.
Just loves it.
Yeah, that's fair enough. Yeah. Muscle building is more predicated on total training volume. So you go with that idea of just like quality. So I think once the training volume exceeds, 10 sets a session or something, you probably spread that over the other workouts just to ensure that the quality is high, the performance is high. So yeah, but the total training volume still kind of...
Yeah, it's like your 11th set of quads on the day is going to be shit, to put it somewhere else.
Yeah, that's it. Yeah. So like lower body's the easiest way to explain it for like most female lifters. Like they obviously want a stronger lower body. So you're just scattering that across the week rather than doing like one massive kind of leg day.
Yeah.
You do, maybe a little bit of quad, a little bit of ham, a little bit of glute, and kind of do that again later in the week. Mm-hmm. So yeah, that's the easiest way. There's no real like optimal frequency. I think like training twice a week might be advantageous if you don't train like really close to failure with like heavy loads. Mm-hmm. I don't know. I think the more trained you are, you can get away with training once a week, especially if you like, can train hard and kind of get that density. And if that's what you prefer, then once a week's fine, because you have the perfect examples in the biggest humans on the world on the planet who do it. Yeah, they only train once a week, so I think that there's still merit to it.
Do you think frequency goes up or down with assisted athletes?
I think it still leans into you know what I personally think about body when it comes to bodybuilding. I think leaning into what the person likes to do is going to get better results than anything.
I agree.
Yeah,
that makes sense.
Yeah, because it's like, if you just look at it, things across the last 40 years, even as long as we've been alive to pay attention. Yeah. So the last 20 years, there's so many different ways to train, but they're all big. Yeah. Like you take the top 10 in the world, right? They all and people can sit here and go, oh, they're stupid, they're this. It's like, mate, they're fucking huge. So like, come on. Take your lab coat off and just fucking, bow your head and just say, right, they're doing something.
Yeah, walk up the stairs of your mum's basement.
So there's surely like some of them do high volume, some do low volume, some do, some have a program, some don't. Like, I think that if you just work hard, lift to close to failure and do that enough, you
wag me.
Yeah.
We're all gonna make it.
And you got good technique.
Yeah.
There's a lot more to it, obviously, and they're obviously the genetic elite, so sometimes it is a little must be nice situation, like to just look at a weight.
Success does leave clues though.
Yeah.
In experimenting, it's like you don't have to train like Ronnie and Branch. No. You could train like Phil. Yeah. And if you really like it and you respond, and I think that's the only challenge is like, what do you respond well to? Yeah. I'm really curious at the moment playing with this higher rep stuff because I fucking hate it. Like I do not enjoy a set of 15 at all. Like I sit down, I look at the load, I feel the first 10 reps. I'm like, this is the dumbest. I hate this. Yeah. But I'm just
sure
like,
your joints feel good though.
Well, yeah. My shoulder doesn't hurt. Oh my God. Yeah. So I'm like, okay, I've trained myself to like low reps, higher intensity because I powerlifted for 6 years. Yeah. Does my body respond to higher rep training.
Yeah.
It responds, like you said, 100% in terms of how I feel.
Yeah.
Like, physically, that wave loading block that I did, I was smashed in like 8 weeks because I didn't progress my load properly.
Yeah. Pre-shoulder bursitis.
But yeah, like I do feel really good, but I just wonder from a hypertrophy standpoint or from a physique standpoint, am I, because I don't like it, because it's, yeah, you know what I mean? Like,
I get it.
we were talking about wraps yesterday, and like, I know you get to a part of a set and you start to feel the pump and the burn and that effect, and you're like, yes, like, hurt me more. I like this feeling.
Yeah.
And then we were talking about like the knee wraps.
Yeah.
And you were like, that is the most disgusting thing ever. I would never do that to myself. And I remember when you're putting them on and stepping under the bar, I'm just like, this is fucking the best.
Yeah, but that's because that's serving the target outcome.
Yeah, it is. But I don't know.
So that's why it's the same. It's the same. You know, when you get the burn and the feeling, you're like, that's serving the target outcome.
Agreed.
So you're like,
yeah,
this is where I need to be.
Yeah, I like the feeling of this load could kill me. Versus like,
it's a lot of fun
burns
lifting.
a lot.
It's a lot of fun. It leans into the ego part of lifting.
Yeah.
You know, like weight training and stuff. It's kind of fun to move a fair bit of weight and be strong.
Yeah.
But you got to get the balance right. Yeah. Yeah. And I think like you want to lean more into frequency as if you're specializing to bring up a muscle group, only because generally like once you go over the technique and the execution, generally you would increase the training volume.
Mm-hmm.
But that's only once you've ironed out the
And I would say from a strength standpoint, particularly for a competitor or someone who's at least going to test, or the metric of those prime lifts going up is important. There's a huge skill element to that.
Yeah.
So doing it more frequently is better.
Absolutely.
You can progress faster.
Absolutely.
So yeah, it's interesting though.
Definitely. Next, there's one question. This was a good question, just to like say no straight away, unless you use gear. Can I lose fat? Can I lose fat and gain muscle at the same time? Get that all the time. I don't know if you get it asked a lot. I reckon it's probably the most common question in the bodybuilding space.
Yeah. The hardest part is I do it all the time.
Yeah. But you don't want to...
But you shouldn't try to.
Yeah, that's what I think too.
Does that make sense?
Yeah.
So I posted Mads' results the other day. Like, to be fair, Mads is a bit of a freak. Like, he's very gifted as an athlete.
Yeah.
I think her waist went down 4 centimeters and her glutes went up 6.
Yeah. You know what I've kind of always thought about in my head, which could happen, but it's probably stupid, is so say like building muscles like energy demanding.
Mm-hmm.
So you have your food, and then like what if your body used this body fat?
Yeah, I've thought
as
about
the
that
energy
too. And I think that's
to make the muscle tissue.
I think that's what happens in the newbie gain phase.
Yeah. Because some people like they say it's like it's a signaling thing at the start. So it's like you're getting just this hyper signaling, and you can respond favorably and stuff. But I've always kind of thought about that. Yeah. Because it's like it happens. So it's like, where does the energy come from to create the muscle?
Yeah. So to answer the question, can you? Definitely.
Yeah. But you're probably more that's it. I would say don't try to do it, and it's just going to happen in the first like maybe 12 months of training.
Agreed.
And when you say training, that's like training hard too.
Yeah, and that's where I'm curious, right? Because I don't know what my clients do before they come to me.
Yeah.
But all of them are well trained. A lot of them are personal trainers. And the data would suggest that I usually try and aim for what is a predicted 10% deficit.
Yeah.
So it's like I need you to get some buy-in, but I'm also doing a lifestyle block, like sleep, training, get your nutrition before we deliberately go anywhere. And I would say 9 times out of 10, a new client comes on board, measurements go down, body weight stays similar.
Yeah. It probably just leans... They probably can't explain it, and it's totally fine. Why? Because it leans... Once you understand the theoretical model of like how we add muscle and lose body fat, it's counterintuitive to that. Yeah. Yeah. So you need more calories to make. So it's like, okay, well, that's not... And then you need to eat less to break down. So it's like, okay, well, it just happens.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah, so I don't know.
I wouldn't be driving towards that as the main goal.
Yeah.
It's just gonna do
Training age, and then how long have you been doing the thing to a high standard?
Yeah, because you're just going to do two things poorly.
Yeah.
If you try and...
Because I would say most of the girls that have come to me have probably chronic deficit, not enough protein, not enough intensity in their training.
Yeah.
So you fix those three things, and it's I don't know, it's so weird. I have this theory about like people who undereat excessively for extended periods of time. Like how many elite bikini girls were like, I know it's a psychological thing as well that probably leans to there being more of them, but like elite bikini girls and stuff that have had like eating disorder, like proper eating disorder issues, not like just some issues with food.
Yeah, it's kind of like,
They just fucking stay in incredible shape all the time and build muscle like fucking wild, can get really lean.
Yeah.
Is there some weird correlation? I don't know if it's just because so many people that grew up with that then become bikini athletes, or there's a correlation there of like something happens to your physiology after doing that.
Yeah, I know what you mean.
So if it's a micro, not extreme eating disorder, but just general undereating while training for extended period of time, when you provide a nutrition environment that's, I guess, conducive to building muscle, something happens.
Yeah. It's one of life's great mysteries, I guess.
Because you're reading off the data, when you said like this would be easy because we just say no, I would say exactly the same thing. It's like, no, you can't. But
yeah, like in the field,
the data that I have
in the field, it happens.
Otherwise,
it's just, I wouldn't be going to someone and going,
we're going to do
in
both.
20 weeks time, I want to be shredded to the bone and massive.
Yeah.
It's like, you'll just look bigger because when you're leaner, you look bigger, but you generally won't have much more muscle than when you first started, especially if you're really trained.
Yeah. If you're well trained.
And you're natty.
If you're well trained, definitely not. And then the less trained you are, the more maybe.
Yeah.
I feel like we're...
Yeah. He's not here to tell us otherwise.
Tam leaves the room, we just go forever.
Yeah. Should I do cardio if I'm trying to build muscle?
Yes.
Why?
Because health always wins.
Yep.
What are the limitations of building muscle? Probably going to be dealing with the surplus of food.
Yeah.
Cardio is going to help with that. Feeling like shit, cardio is going to help with that.
Yeah. Also,
just like effective training. Once you get unfit, it's actually really hard to train hard for your entire session.
Absolutely.
Rest periods blow out, all that kind of shit.
Yeah.
It's become a real problem. And cardiovascular health is important all the time.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah. Remember that the heavier you get, like your cardiovascular fitness will drop. And if you add the weight faster, it'll drop significantly. So then the cardio is like kind of offsetting the added weight and stress that you're placing on your body by being fitter. And then, appetite-wise, it's definitely advantageous to do. Getting a bit more circulation helps with the digestive system. The other thing I like is just having it in there as a habit. So then, again, like we never really want to like make these wholesale changes. Like I can't stand the person that just like revolutionizes their approach in one day. So just like overnight, I'm going to just be this person.
I'm in prep now.
Yeah, it's like, how do you, like, it doesn't work. It's not a,
you
not
see
a
it in
great way.
powerlifting too.
Yeah, it's like, if you just lived the lifestyle, then all you're doing is like, I'm going to take this bar down and bring this bar up. But like, we've still done them. Yeah. Like this, they've always been there.
Yeah.
So I like that idea as well.
Depending on the type of cardio too, one of the, and I see this a lot with guys as well, but it seems to impact women worse, is you start to feel bulky when you're adding size.
Yeah.
And one thing that, especially if you're doing walking or something that's kind of a little bit functional, for lack of a better word, you feel better.
Yeah.
Move a little bit better. You can still like touch your own back and do all that kind of stuff. So
I think nice.
I think that's a useful element as well.
Do you have any preferences with like type? Like, do you have any stances with like all of the types of the cardio? Like, would you use interval training? Do you do
Nah, just steady state.
Steady state,
Yeah,
moderate,
look, it depends on the person.
low
For
intensity, high intensity.
For my strength
Sorry, moderate.
athletes, they get programmed. I just write off-feet cardio.
Well-
So it's like elliptical, bike.
Oh, off feet.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Something like that. Like no Stairmaster.
Nothing
I don't want you
impactful.
going doing like 5K walks or runs
Yeah.
all of a sudden or anything like that. It's just like your joints are fucking copping it. I want you to train your heart and your
Yeah.
lungs,
Yeah.
not
Yeah.
the skill of doing the fucking hard thing. Especially running, man.
Mm.
Like people underestimate how skill-based running is.
Yeah.
It's actually really hard.
Yeah. And then
If you haven't done it for a long
don't pick
time.
the right shoes, wrong surface.
Yeah, it fucks you up.
Yeah.
So, yeah, I think that
Yeah.
that's part of it. A lot of my girls at the moment, because there's like this Pilates revolution that's been coming for, Jess was talking about it a year ago. Seems like my clients have just kind
really?
of caught onto it.
So many revolutions. I
Yeah.
can't keep up.
It's the fitness cycle.
Just living
Yeah,
the bodybuilding
I think
world.
I think Pilates is what F45 was 5 to 8 years ago.
Right.
Like it's the same.
Group Pilates.
That crowd is moving. That type of demographic is moving to that space.
Yeah, because they
at
want
the
something
moment.
different now. Or they're hurt.
Yeah.
They're broken.
Yeah. Outside of like comp reps and stuff, I actually don't mind my lifters doing that.
Doing Pilates.
Yeah, it's high heart rate enough that you could consider it a cardio session.
Mm-hmm.
Moving through different movement patterns is always advantageous. Like, yeah.
Would
I
you
don't
say
mind
if
it.
someone's heart rate's excessively elevated during a session, though, they're just unfit?
In a
Depending on the
Pilates setting,
demands of the workout, of course.
yeah, in a Pilates setting, I think you could decide
Yeah.
because you set the resistance, right?
if my heart rate's elevated during my weight session, like that's not a badge of honor. Like I
Correct.
can see that I'm fucking unfit,
yeah,
man.
yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah. So
Yeah.
I was thinking while you were talking, like, what metric would I use? And I think resting heart rate is probably one that I would want to keep an eye on. And
Yeah.
if you're gaining weight and your resting heart rate's climbing,
Oh yeah,
that's what I'm probably like,
well, not a problem, but something to look
do
at.
more cardio.
Absolutely. Yeah.
Yeah, so my lifters more so focus on steady state, off feet, just to preserve as much recoverability as we can.
Yep.
And then my more lifestyle clients can do whatever they want, and we just make the program work around it.
I saw a very interesting overview that from like some research that if you're a weight trainer and like strength and power athlete or bodybuilder, if you do actual high intensity cardio, it affects how close to failure you actually train.
So you can train closer.
No, you'll
Mate.
train less.
Yeah, because it taxes you, right?
Mm.
Yeah.
So but it's like from a nervous system perspective.
Yeah.
So you
Yeah,
actually
I
just
would
won't
think
get
that.
there.
I would think that, yeah.
Yeah.
And then even adding the psychological element of that. So one of the protocols that I used to drop the first 10 kilos coming back from Fat Ben was it was about a 40-minute workout. It was 2 minute on, 1 minute off on the air bike for 8 rounds, 3-minute break, and then do it again.
Yep.
And it's like not psychologically challenging at all. You're never like, fuck, my
Is
legs
it like
are burning
rhythmic?
or I'm tired or whatever. It's just like, put a podcast on, just do the fucking thing. As soon as you start to get to the point where you're like, this is hard, it's like, oh, my rest is here.
Yeah.
So,
I like the idea of it just being like to a cadence.
yeah.
Yeah.
And I just used to look at the watts and just keep it the
Yeah.
same the whole way through the session. So I think from a psychological fatigue standpoint as well, that's better. Because like I would need you to be in on the squat, not on the air.
Well, surely it's got to have some interference once the intensity goes up. So it makes more sense to go the other way because you're already kind of showing up in the gym.
Yeah.
So you don't want to show up like that.
Yeah. So I think
too
nervous
often.
system is definitely going to be impacted from super high intensity, and I think psychological drive is going to be reduced if you're having to do high intensity cardio on top of your training.
Yeah. Love that. Okay. We better stop.
Put a bow on it.
Yeah. We answered 3 questions.
Good job. That's not bad for us.
Oh, I think we answered 4 actually because
It's
we
pretty
answered.
good. It's 3 more than normal.
It's very true. Very true. Okay, guys. Perfect opportunity to hit the sub button, support the mission. Thank you, and we'll see you next time.